The Chainsaw Man fandom is absolutely unhinged. I've seen a lot of fandoms cannibalize themselves, eating each other limb from limb, complaining about all sorts of things. Oh my god, Tanjiro's earring, it looks kind of like a Nazi symbol. It's a pretty racist anime. That isekai anime has slavery like every single other isekai anime. We should cancel everyone. No. The Chainsaw Man fans, no. This is a different level of unhinged. This is a level of unhinged the likes of which we've never seen before. Very seldom does a story actually get this much hype before the anime airing. Everyone was talking about Chainsaw Man just because it's a story about a chainsaw man. It's this dude who could pull chainsaws from his butthole, which is a tremendously original power, to say the very least. So now, with the level of intellectual prowess that everyone went into this anime with, you'd expect the fandom to kind of be on the same page when it comes to how they want to be toxic. A toxic fandom is nothing new. I've been covering toxic fandoms for years, and you know, I missed it, so I'm back. I'm gonna be covering all the toxic fandoms now on Nuxanor with brand new Nuxanor videos. Subscribe if you want me to cover more toxic fandoms, but Chainsaw Man does not do it the way other people do, because you see, Chainsaw Man is not problematic in the traditional sense. Everything that has popularity at all will have a massive following. Every massive following will have that 1% of nutcases. And if it's very big, that 1% can be thousands of people. Chainsaw Man is no exception and has those whack jobs, but they harass people in different ways than calling them racists or pedophiles. Oh yes, this is a completely new level of harassment. So this video is going to be covering the very broad toxic fandom of Chainsaw Man without getting into too deep of any specific situation, because believe it or not, there's a lot of poop flying around. We're going to start off with the segment of the fandom that is saying Denji, the protagonist, is in fact a horrible person, and everyone that likes Chainsaw Man must be supporting Denji and therefore is also a horrible person. What? Bro, I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Breaking Bad is widely accepted to be one of the greatest TV shows of all time. Walter White is a horrible person too. If you watch it, it doesn't mean you're like Walter White.
Walter White, yo.
This argument always baffles me, and you see people all over the interwebs constantly dropping this terrible take like a pigeon with diarrhea. Yes, the story tries to make Denji relatable. You know, he starts off as this dude that's broke, that really has no recourse to how he's gonna live his life. He's basically owned by the mafia because his dad owed them a lot of money, and he's going through his life just hoping to have some semblance of normalcy in his life, that he could experience the highs that normal people experience. That is what it's all about, and I'm gonna maybe do an entire Denji analysis because he's a great protagonist.
Leave a like on this video if you want that.
But seeing people all over the place complaining about Denji as a protagonist because he's not as noble as you might like, he's a dude that he's just working for Makima to fight devils, not because he wants to save the innocents. No, it's because he wants to touch her booba. He is a sexual assaulter type guy. He's sexually harassing people, and that's why we can't support Denji as a protagonist. And anyone that likes Denji, well, they must also objectify women. The amount of times I've seen this argument online makes me so sad. I would go as far as to say that it's the opposite. You have Makima objectifying Denji. Are you watching the same show? She basically said to him, listen, you do all these things and I'll let you, cop a feel or whatever. And Denji's thinking to himself, oh, Pog, that sounds fan-freaking-tastic. That's basically my dream. Denji's dreams, much more realistic than everyone else's. Naruto wants to become the Hokage. No one wants to become the Hokage, okay? People want to touch Bobs. Now, believe it or not, the fandom only gets crazier from there. I didn't even touch Makima yet. That sounded wrong. The Makima people are crazos, like absolute badonkadonk whack jobs. I'm gonna just start off by saying that, yes, there is a weird power dynamic thing, how Makima's like the boss slash owner of Denji and manipulates him and for sex purposes, but Denji kind of wants that. Like, it's the purpose of his living right now. So no, the power dynamic thing does not exactly scream sexual assault. Yes, there is a power dynamic, but stop making it seem like it's promoting and allowing power dynamic sexual thingos. The anime is not here to teach you moral lessons, okay? Especially not from Denji or Makima. Let's call a spade here, gamers. These people are not good people. We're not watching them because we want to emulate them. We're not saying that we think Makima is a good character. I'm just saying we, and like Devil's Advocate fandom, we, all right? I'm a power stan from day one. I'm just saying right now, the people that support Makima aren't supporting power dynamics and relationships. The fact that Twitter can get worked up and somehow say that liking Chainsaw Man or barking for Makima is weird because of the power dynamic, they're wrong. It's weird because the barking thing is weird altogether. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the weirdness of this whole barking meta? It's warped everything. Yes, she calls him a dog, and he does the woof woof cringe. All right. Yeah. God damn it, why is there barking all over Twitter now? Normally when I refer to toxic fandoms, I refer to fandoms that are overzealous in saying that if you like Chainsaw Man, you're a horrible human being because you agree in power dynamics and sexual relationships, which is ridiculous. So I did my part. I made fun of those people. They're all idiots. The barking guys are cringe. I don't know if it's become a meme, but I cringe so hard whenever I see the woof woof thing. And it's everywhere now. Every time someone's simping, they bark now because of Makima. Makima forever changed the landscape of the internet by stepping on people. And it's brutal, and I hate it. Now, I know this is like the complete alternate end of the toxic fandom. It's the toxic fandom extreme that does the barking thing in public. Guys, listen, anime fans have been made fun of for a long time. You're living in an era where anime fans are not having it too hard because anime is popular. It's on Netflix. It's everywhere. It's topping charts. Growing up in the old days, being an anime fan meant you're gonna get made fun of. You have to stick to your guns to be an anime fan. The barking would not have survived. I come from a stronger breed, okay? I do not believe in the barking meta that has overrun the cringe Twitch people. Stop barking, god damn it! Especially for anime, please, you don't need to give them more excuses to make fun. Speaking of how I just talked about Makima, I just talked about power, I think it's very important to talk about and mention a certain thing, a waifu war. Waifu wars are not normally toxic. You have some people that hate other people because they have a different crush on a cartoon character, but in this specific scenario, you don't really have a clash as much as you have the base power fans who say that the Makima fans are cringe simps, and the red-pilled Makima fans who say that power is just a clone of 02 from Darling in the Franxx, which makes me hurt inside a little bit. You guys gotta team up. You're on the same side. You're on Team Chainsaw Man. You love this story. Appreciate each other. Come on, goddammit. I don't know how I became the voice of reason in the anime community. I don't deserve to be, that's for sure. But anyway, I covered a lot of different facets of the toxic fandom of Chainsaw Man, and I have yet to actually talk about the most prevalent ones, those being the antis and the pros, as I like calling it. A lot of people think that Chainsaw Man is the best anime of all time. Yes, it's a show that barely existed. It's a show that the manga was pretty good, and it's a show that, let's be honest, is not one of the best anime of all time. I respect you if it's one of your favorites, but it's not one of the best. It's not one of the most groundbreaking. It's not one of the most explosive. Okay, maybe it is, but it's definitely not something that brought anime to the forefront. It didn't do anything yet that other anime haven't done. And it's also just not better than everything else that came before. You watched 6 episodes, goddammit. Stop! A lot of people are praising this to really high heaven. It's, of course, come to the point that in order to praise a certain show, you have to knock every other show. Every season or every year has that one big show. And the fact that right now, I see people blasting Attack on Titan because of Chainsaw Man, it makes me sad. Attack on Titan is such a great story. And I bet you these same people that are blasting Attack on Titan to praise Chainsaw Man, these are the people that blasted One Punch Man to praise Attack on Titan. And so on and so forth, the wheel doth turn. It's all about getting those few clout points on social media. You gotta shit on the old and usher in the new. It's not just the crazy pro fans that I'm talking about here. That's normal. Every fandom is wacky and has these crazy obsessive people saying that this is the best thing of all time. Oh my god, have you seen Tokyo Ghoul? Tokyo Ghoul is better than everything else that ever exists and never will exist. I'm talking about the antis also. I like Chainsaw Man. I see a lot of people hate on Chainsaw Man because it's popular. People saying that I can't watch Chainsaw Man because some of the 3D is janky. Hello? Have you seen Attack on Titan Season 4? Like, there's a lot of arguments that don't hold water, that a lot of people just throw around and use and try to delegitimize Chainsaw Man because no one likes to see the rise of a new Titan unless you are standing that new Titan. I am very much of the mindset that every extreme is wrong. I believe this in reality, in politics, and in every opinion ever. If it's any extreme, it's probably wrong in some way. I really don't like people saying that this is the second coming of Christ. It's the greatest anime of all time. Every other anime is an embarrassment. Goddamn, look how epic this is. He pulled a chainsaw at his butt. And I also really don't like the other facet of the toxic fandom saying, this sucks, it's not good, you shouldn't be liking it, you're just jumping on the hype train for no reason, because legitimately it is a balls to the walls, action-packed, exciting, bloodfest with crazy characters, crazy visuals, amazing fight scenes, and goddamn relatable morals, ethics, and emotions flying around all the time. It's a great show. Is it the best show? No. Does it deserve respect and love? Yes. I don't like both sides of this fandom. This was a relatively brief video. As far as my fandom blasting videos, there are just so many assets. I take it back. There are so many facets to this toxic fandom. It feels like every time I fart, and I have diarrhea right now. I just got food poisoning, so I've been farting a lot. Every time I fart, I feel like new Toxic Chainsaw Man fans are crawling out of the gutter. You got people cosplaying and people roasting the cosplay, saying that they should cosplay something better. I kid you not. I saw a Makima cosplay that was amazing. Yes, there were feet. No, that is not relevant. And people were saying, are you just cosplaying Makima because it's easy? Because she just wears like a regular shirt and she's not schooled? You're not even putting effort into your cosplays? I saw that comment. I was like, bro, cosplaying is just a way to show something you love. Cosplays are a thing of love, goddammit. People do that to show their respect and love for a franchise, and I hate that people will go out of their way to call people out for that way. There's no reason to do that at all. Final thoughts. It's toxic. I'm not going to cover every single tweet I've ever seen, all right? I'm not doing that. If you want me to dig into any future aspects of it, or if you want me to keep going deeper in any of these specific categories, I can and will do that, if so requested. So let me know what you want in the comments. I might do a follow-up to this because Chainsaw Man is not over and the toxic fandom will only become more and more toxic as time goes on. I remember when the Undertale fandom was toxic, and that was before they started putting razor blades in freaking candies, when they started shipping the wrong characters and giving them to people in conventions. It's a dark time out there, and I will cover every bad fandom. I'm back, baby, doing Morant stuff. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Have yourself a most wonderful evening. Subscribe. Hope you're enjoying the new Nuxanor content. Back from the dead. Old Nux is here. Have yourself a most wonderful evening, and remember to stay weird, fam.